Hello everyone and welcome back to another Arlington real estate video. My name is Matt Leighton and in today's video we're taking a look at the Courthouse Hill condominiums. Now Courthouse Hill also has a townhouse section. If you're interested in the townhouse section, some of this video may be helpful, but we're going to primarily focus on the condo aspect. By now you all should know the deal, or at least I hope you know the deal by now. We're going to take a look at the location of Courthouse Hill, talk about some of the amenities, the floor plans, the ambiance inside the community, right? What it feels like to live in the community, and of course give you the top 3 things you need to know about living in Courthouse Hill. So with that being said, let's get started. Courthouse Hill is located in 4 buildings at 1321 Adams Court, 2310 14th Street, 2330 14th Street, and 1320 North Wayne Street. The community was built in 1996 and consists of 133 units on 5 stories. 4 separate buildings. That's unique for a community this close to the metro. You're about 2 blocks away from the Courthouse Metro. Compare that to other condo communities right next door, communities like the Williamsburg or like the Charleston, both high rises. Courthouse Hill's not a high rise and it's separated, it's spaced out, so you can have a smaller community vibe to it. And because they're in different buildings, you know, if you live in the Adams building, you're not gonna have a reason to go to the 14th Street buildings or a reason to go to the Wayne Street buildings. So instead of having 100 some odd neighbors, you're only gonna have 30 to 40. And because there's only 8 units on each floor, you're also gonna avoid any long hallways. Definitely getting a smaller community vibe here, and because there are less units than at neighboring communities, the amount of amenities are going to be in line with the smaller amount of residences at Courthouse Hill. Not too many amenities to speak of at Courthouse Hill, but there is a clubhouse with a meeting room, a very small cardio room, and the clubhouse does lead out to a nice outdoor pool. The pool and the clubhouse are the only parts of the condominium complex that are shared with the townhouse complex. Courthouse Hill, as we've talked about, only 130 some odd units, so it is on the smaller scale of condos in Arlington, so it's pretty nice to have an outdoor pool that the residents get to enjoy. In terms of floor plans, there will be a good variety between 1, 2, and even 3 bedroom units, which are a little bit trickier to find. Almost all, not all, but almost every single unit will have some sort of outdoor space, most likely a balcony. And the Condominium Association just recently completed an excellent capital improvement project which helped out the exterior a lot and included the installation of a new roof, which is just fantastic. So the outside looks great, the inside will vary. With a condo that was built in 1996, you're gonna see a lot of original units with carpet, and then more condos keep updating that will have hardwood floors. Gas cooking is seen in the kitchen, highly underrated. Some condos claim they're upscale in Arlington but feature electric ranges. To me, that's counterintuitive. Anyways, most kitchens will, however, be on the smaller side, although many have been updated. Living rooms can feature a fireplace. Again, an outdoor space is likely, albeit not a large balcony, but it is nice to have the fresh air. When you get up to 2-bedroom layouts, there's going to be many that will have the bedrooms split by the living room. This makes it more attractive for renters, so there's a strong rental market for those investors that purchase in the community, or simply those owners that decide to rent out their units once it's time to move on. What we have here are low-key floor plans. No real surprises. Smart floor plans, sometimes on the smaller side. I want to call it the Lexington Square of Courthouse, because you're going to have this one really cool feature. Sometimes you're going to have this cut out of a dining room area. So instead of having a morph space of, oh, this is the dining room and then there's going to be an imaginary line and now your living room starts, you're going to have in some of the larger layouts, maybe the 2-bedroom, 1-bath layouts, you're going to have an actual dining room area. Super cool. And about those 2-bed, 1-bath layouts, think around 850, 900 square feet, not the largest ones in the world, but that 2nd bedroom is a respectable size. A lot of times the 2-bed, 1-baths in Arlington, that 2nd bedroom is simply a den that's dreaming. In Courthouse Hill, you're going to have nice, respectable 2nd bedrooms. The living room might be a little bit smaller, but that 2nd bedroom is going to be legit. Okay, with that being said, it's time to take a look at the top 3 things you need to know about living at Courthouse Hill. Number 1 is wood construction. Courthouse Hill is a stick construction building. Obviously, it's not the only one in the area, but because it is wood construction and there will be noise between units, that does hurt the value a little bit. Now, since its age is around, 20 years now, owners are starting to upgrade. They're starting to renovate, tearing out the carpet, putting in new hardwood floors. Condo docs state that at least 80% of the floors floors be covered in some sort of carpet when there is hardwood floors. And what we're also seeing is that when owners renovate and include hardwood floors, that they include a level of cork and cement leveler in the subflooring when they're installing hardwood floors to help out with the noise. Now, there's always going to be some sort of noise in wood construction buildings. It may cross it off the list for you, or you may just not care. But one part of living at Courthouse Hill where you probably won't have any noise is on the top floor. So speaking of the top floor, number 2 is 2-story units. Live on the top floor. If noise is an issue, live on the top floor. At Courthouse Hill, every single unit on the 4th story is 2 levels. So you're going to have loft units or 2-level, whatever you want to call them. You're going to have a living area and then a bedroom up on the top level. So these are the 2 bedrooms and the 3-bedroom layouts. Every single one. I say every. Whenever I say every, I always feel like there's just like one outlier and then I get an email about it. So if you think I'm wrong, go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment section below if you know otherwise. But I'm like 99% sure that every single unit on the 4th story is 2 levels. Really nice units. They're the best units at Courthouse Hill. So next time they come available, be sure to check them out. Number 3 is Envision Courthouse Square. I feel pretty confident putting this one as something you need to know for every single condo in the courthouse vicinity. Now, it seems to me that every single neighborhood along Arlington's Orange Line already has an identity or, connotations. Ballston, Virginia Square, everyone's just waiting for Ballston Quarter, right? Clarendon, everyone thinks is, overpriced, or there's a lot of restaurants there, which are kind of going out of business for some reason. But Clarendon, everyone wants to be. Roslyn, people think shuts down at 5 p.m. and it's all businesses, which is so wrong because there's new restaurants and new bars opening up. But the point of this is that, connotations aside, Courthouse, I don't feel has an identity yet. Does it have an identity? I don't think it does, but I think it has a bright future ahead with the Envision Courthouse sector plan, Envision Courthouse Square plan. Now, it's strange. I was at an open house at Ballston, hosting an open house, and a visitor came in who lived in the Ballston, Virginia Square area, and we were talking about what stores might come, just pure speculation, to Ballston Quarter. And then I asked her, the Ballston bid came and presented at the Ballston VA Square Civic Association meeting. Like, did you attend that meeting? Were you present? And she goes, oh, like I don't have time for that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, you just like scoffed at me like it was like it wasn't a serious question. So I thought to myself, number 1, you're at an open house on a Sunday. You do have time. Number 2, this condo I'm in is $700,000. So if you're serious about buying this condo, you're going to spend $700,000 to invest in a neighborhood, and then you're just going to be completely willfully ignorant about the neighborhood changes and what your neighborhood is going to be like in the future. Right? It doesn't make any sense. That person was uninformed, and I don't want you to be uninformed because Courthouse now is going to be changing and the plans are out there. So once again, it will be listed and linked in the description below, and I hope you check it out. All right, there you have it, the top 3 things you need to know about living at Courthouse Hill. Just to recap, number 1, wood construction. Number 2 is 2-story units, and number 3 is Envision Courthouse Square. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. And if you know of anyone that would find this video helpful, you can go ahead and share it with that person. Okay, thanks again for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.